Damn it. Okay, man. So this Stephanie, Riggieros or Rigadolos. I want to show you that she was bought and paid for by black women. Someone paid her off to go after Austin Holleman because it's in you have to understand it's in the track record of a person who don't have any type of she don't have no track record of going after passport anybody that sex tourism. So let's see. And also she basically passport bros got her to show her husband. Stephanie Ribeiro never showed her husband, even though she was married to him. Now, it was all about her and her light and her what she want to do. So somebody paid her off, and I'm gonna probably prove it to you right now because on her social media. Now, this is her Instagram, and I could be wrong, but I'm going to go all the way back to the beginning. We're gonna go down. We're gonna go down. Let's see how many times she showed her husband compared to what she's showing now. She sure has a lot of pictures of herself, but not of her and her husband, who she's so-called black, right? That she loves so much. So let's see how she started. We're gonna have to go. Shit is tough. She got a whole bunch of. I just saw something right there. Wow. 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 I really do hate this shit. You have to go all the way down to somebody's stuff. What is this? What year is this? It's 2019. I might have to stop. She got a lot. But we're gonna turn back the odds of time. And we're gonna see the track record that this chick has. Now, we're gonna see all the stories that she tried to make. And let's see if she was talking about sex tourism. Now, I'm in 2019. Let's get to 2018 because I wanted to go all the way back, but I'm not trying to, sit here and do all this, right? So, it's 19. Let's try 18. Okay, we at 18 now. So, we're going to see all the way up to now, was she going after sex tourism? Remember, this is 2008. This is before the pandemic. I can't really talk about anything that happened in 2020 because people were shut down, and even 2021. But we're going to see, well, we can go 2021. But 2020, yeah, it might not. So, let's see this article. And let's see, she has no likes. She has 140 something likes. Now let's see what this says. Okay, wait. Today, we still love all black people because every man is a potential man. Okay, whatever. The system of narratives, blah, blah, blah. Stephanie Bergano prefers to grant herself not all black is black. What? Not all black is black. And being black as a sentence is not a color. It's a collective racial conscience. Like, she's trying too hard. And she's not hitting it big. She's just an activist who says things. Right? Power to the people. As you see, she's jocking American culture instead of her own culture that she should be standing. But it's not about drinking and almost celebrating a life. Important women for feminism in Brazil. Okay. Now, this is the feminism squad over here. Funny that it's one white girl in there. She doesn't get no traction. Celebrating beer, whatever, right? So, she's not popping. She doesn't get that much traction. Now, she's showing her husband a few times. Let's see what she says about her husband. And I gotta see what I gotta see his page and see what he about. But this is what we gotta do, right? It's funny that so all she does is quotes. Some white women are assuming spaces of decision and power. They are not adding black women to the process. Some are hiring women talking about doing it in the name of gender equality. I mean, integration, but only do it by the same standards for white women. Sadly, I have to remind y'all that want to hire only women, only white women in society. How many black women are in your workplace? So, so she was jealous. She basically jealous that white Brazilians control a certain market, and she want black Brazilians to get into that market. Okay. I hope my phone don't freeze. Cause I went through all of this. Sometimes it freezes on fucking Instagram. Instagram always fucks everything up. I am a feminism. I'm a proud feminism. Soon before you define feminism as racist evil, make sure you deny the black women to struggle in construction. What? This is non-black participation. Therefore, this illness to settle for what we are failing to consider. Finally, following proud feminist readings on one of my mentions. So she pretty much She's throwing shit the wall. Okay, let's see what this says right here. Let's see. Good evening. We are on a vacation, but the masses of the government test you. Basically, want to rapists to pay a pension. The problem is that linking with the victim. Being raped by the woman would go through psychological torture of a hank and blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Not all grape is what? Not? After all, grape is not sex. Many people confuse it. So, what is this about? But there's no sex tourism. There's nothing about sex tourism. All she got is a bunch of pictures. So basically, she's paid to be she's paid pretty much right now. She's paid to be a black feminism. A black feminist. Like women over here get paid to be feminists, right? She live a lavish life. She's not living poor. She's not living broke. In the article that I try to send somebody else, or somebody sent me, she said she was a maid. So basically, she wanted to get herself out of being the maid, and she wanted to live the life that she saw white women live. So let's go right here. Come on. Mind you, she has 1,000 something likes, but she has no traction. Most of her comment sections are pretty much low, and I'm showing you this right now because it's showing you that she was paid off by somebody. It was no way that she wasn't paid off by anybody. She was paid off by somebody in America to take the story and try to get Austin Holleman taken out. The whole point of them was now, you know, if you see her Twitter, she's trying to tell black men that they poor in America, but they got enough money to go over to her country, but somehow they poor to attract the women in their culture. And then somebody told her that and sent her videos and saying that every woman think that every man should make 6 figures in order to date them, and every man doesn't make 6 figures. And she wanted to, I think she deleted that when she tried to act like, oh, we all poor, we can't attract nobody in our country. What? You got overweight women thinking that they can get a 6-figure man. I mean, it was delusional. But okay, Michelle Balubon, a wife is undoubtedly the woman who submits herself in a way she can do a man who already has countless demonstration of his masculinity, who speaks against feminism and other women. A good wife is a woman who use all her tools to keep her family intact from criticism, regardless of silence of other women. Even because a good wife, one, let her be instrumented and profit for herself. Therefore, I think it's the translation. It's possible for a, what's it called? Okay, read more. So she's trying to talk about somebody else's relationship and using the American white guy as her thing. That's a picture from an AMC show, and she's trying to make her point with that. Okay, sure. Let's see. She has 69 comments, but there's no traction. There's no really traction, right? Like I said, man, I'm gonna go to some of the articles, and She doesn't consistently show her husband. It's all about her. It ain't about her and her family or husband. The shit that she was saying in that live, she was lying. And pretty much just caught the shit right there. Okay, it's not translating. F you, racist. But she's a racist herself. So, I don't see anything that talks about sex tourism. I'm not seeing it yet. All I'm seeing is somebody who's trying to get as much attention being an activist as possible. But I don't see anything consistency of hers talking about sex tourism. Okay, I never story, blah, blah, blah. Fought against the dictatorship of Dominican Republic. So, I'm getting a headache in this shit because she's all over the place trying to make other people's problem hers. And this is why it was so easy for them to buy her off. So, I'm going to everything she wrote. Black, produced by women that run away, what expects the meeting? Okay. She don't show her husband. Now she got one thing of her husband. My color is not a crime. They really trying too hard. She's really trying too hard to try to be fighting for black people. Tomorrow I will try to get back to normal. What a week. Everyone bleeds the same color, but not everyone bleeds from having color. Oh my God. It's not translating. Go. So far, she's just like the pro blacks in this country, race baiting and everything else. Now, you barely see her husband at all. It's all about her and her attention and her lavish life. So she benefit off of all the chaos that goes on, but nothing never changes. And I don't see her making one video and talk about anything about some of the favelas, the gangs. She's not talking about Brazilian funk music. She's not talking about any of that. Demand the day to blah, blah, blah. Come in. Instagram. There's no black women. You racists, blah, blah, blah. So she wants black women to be represented in a fashion show. And she's crying about it. March for us black people in a month that remind us that numbers of the armed violence that indicated the black women was higher than that of non-black women in Brazil. Blah, 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 blah. Blue, 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 blue. All of this sounds like victim mindset. All of this is victim mindset. While she eats good food and do whatever she wants, everybody else suffers. So basically, she just as worse as the pro-blacks over here. But worse. She's a race baiter. But I still don't see any videos, anything about sex tourism. I don't see it. Now, let me check over here. There's no sex tourism here. I'm here right here. I'm here right now on her page, and I don't see any sex tourism of her talking about sex tourism. I see her trying to sell her books, trying to sell her articles, but I don't see any about sex tourism. There isn't any inkling of sex tourism about anywhere. All we see is nice things and all the things that she is, and she's very, very narcissistic. She thinks she's more important than she already is. Than she is. Don't demoralize my blackness. So, there's no traction. I don't see no articles. So they must have not been caring about her right now. And all she doing is living a life. These are, if you know about Brazil, she's in a very good part of Brazil right here. These are good parts. I already did my research about these parts. They're very good parts. That means she don't live nowhere near no favelas and none of that. But she trying to fight for the black people. Sure. She just like Black Lives Matter. She's like another version of Black Lives Matter in Brazil. I gotta tell you, man. This was a good thing. It was bad for Austin Hollemen, but this is a good thing. Because now, a lot of men, I think that this is going to be the great reset for passports. We know who our enemy is, even within passports, even with men with passports. We know who the people we can't trust in, and we know what kind of mentality these people are on. That means that we have to go with ourselves or go with a group of people that we can actually trust in a good circle. People who use this to talk down to Austin Hollemen instead of just telling him to move a little better, and he made a mistake. Everything he did, other people did. Other white boys did. He said certain things that he should have never said on camera, but he did about the same thing that white dudes did. But one of his biggest mistakes was trying to do it faster than you should. He went on TikTok, and that fucked him over. Because the passport movement got spotlighted. These women will destroy anything that men like and men enjoy. They can't do nothing. They tried with MGTOW, and they kept piling on MGTOW, talking down to MGTOW, and they try to put representative MGTOW. MGTOW's still here. They're going after incels, trying to put guys in jail and stuff. Guess what? There's a rumors that the reason why a lot of these networks are actually losing a lot of money because they're actually finishing a lot of lawsuits that they lost in court to incels. Also, they lost from the LGBTQ stuff that they've been doing for the past 5, 6, 7 years. But she has no video. She has nothing that tells you about there's nothing. I don't see anything that about sex tourism. There's nothing about sex tourism. Nothing. So this is the track record that she has. And she loves Sex in the City, right? She loves sexual liberated women. But she want to be able to control the women and who they date. Just like feminists over here. She barely shows her husband. And she shows him once in a while, and then after that, she doesn't. Now, she's showing him more right here. But 9 times out of 10, you barely see him. It's all about her. The food she eating. She enjoying her life as a black feminism, as a feminist, away from the dangers. So let's see what this look like. See what this look like. In New York, you always looking for a job, a boyfriend, or an apartment. Let's see. What movie is this? Work, work, work. This is the cover of What's At. KKKK. San Paulo as well. I love this quote. Ha ha ha. So she glorifies Sex in the City. Oh, what's this? What is she promoting? Thought culture? Okay, let's read this. Let's read this, guys. Virginity is a social construct. Virginity is a social construct. It is to defend the contract of current minister. I decide to weight positive of young people and factions. First, ignore that people transgender that is uncontrollable. Second, access to information and knowledge about sexuality is in public health. Third, the high rates of teenage pregnancy is not given just by choice of fuck. What? It because we live in a country where high rape and child marriages. Soon, Elvis is only focused on expanding the mobile and controlling views on sex. And the misinformation put out young people at risk. The behavior should be reported who create a culture of fear over sex in the of 2020 violence and blah blah blah. So basically she don't like the fact that somebody was trying to control sex. So she want people to be liberated, but when men go and say women are easy in so-called Brazil, which he didn't say that, she has a problem with it. This is what I'm saying, man. This is what I'm saying. She was paid off. She was bought and paid off by she. If you see any new pictures of her, because she's getting paid right now, you can tell what kind of food that she eating and where she at and how she enjoying stuff, that she's in the upper echelon. Because they have an interview with her and it tells a lot of shit that basically she's getting paid by somebody to just be this person. I'm gonna try to get that article, that interview, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm looking at it right now. I mean, I don't see anything about sexual tourism. I don't see it. I don't see it. I mean, you guys are right here with me, and I don't see anything about sexual tourism. I don't see anything about sexual tourism. None of it. Black Lives Matter. Well, of course she says some shit like that. They bought and paid off a feminist in another country. That's how much they hate you as a black man, that they don't want you to go nowhere. They literally paid off a black feminist to basically try to stop passport bros. And the funny thing is that it's still men in Brazil, and they still making videos, and nobody's going after them. It was Austin Holleman, because the consensus was that only lames and losers and old men are in passport bros. But when a young man comes out, and when a young guy comes out and basically said something wrong with the shit going on over there. They gotta put him down. They have to take him down because he basically shows that it's something really mentally wrong with the women over here. And it ain't nothing, basically, that the lies that they piled up was false. But there's a lot of videos of these women going overseas, which I'm going to show you, that they're having a lot of problems dating overseas. So she mixed faction and activism. So let's see. She's 29 years old, influencer. By Forbes, one of the most influenced under 30. Helping families to stay home from a distance. So, she helped renew the house of 3 women who lived in Sao Paulo. When one of them cried a lot. She spent her life working as a nanny. So, I told you, she was a nanny. And feminism picked her up because her looks, and they gave her the reins to do what she wants. She wanted stuff that the rich people had. She was a nanny, and she said that she never would imagine having rich people room. Even the camera cried that day. The cameraman cried that day. So she always wanted to have the life that she used to work around. And she's bought and paid off. So this should show you that basically she's for hire. She wanted to be center of attention. And she would do anything to get it. Even if it means exploiting the problems in Brazil. So, basically, Forbes gassed her up to these people over here. Some of these people over in other countries. Oh, no. These are people in Brazil. All these activists in Brazil. So, let me save this real quick. And I'm going to go back to that. And I'm going to see if these activists are talking about sex tourism. If they're on the same page as her. Now, mind you, I don't see anything about sex tourism. I don't see nothing. We're in 2021 right now. Last time I checked, 2021. We're in 2021 right now. Now, there's nothing about sex tourism. Absolutely nothing. I have seen absolutely nothing. But she's in the pictures with white people. American white people. Let's save that. You're going to go back to that. There's no sexual tourism. And it seemed like it was dry for her because she has no articles this whole year. Except this one right here. All she doing is benefiting off the fact that she's race baiting and doing anything else. She's like Tariq Rashid or all these other race baiter dudes. She enjoying the lives off the backs of broken people. And since she in Brazil, they want to look towards her as being some activist. But I have not seen her talk about sex tourism. There's no white guys. There's no sex tourism. Remember, Passport Bros was here before Austin. Way before Austin. So, let's see. There ain't anything. And she likes to wear weave. Her hair is short. This is 2022. Her hair is short, but she likes to wear weave. I'm trying to. You could see this. This is a track record. This is a track record. Okay, let me keep going. So she said she studied. Okay, she was in University of Palo Catholic University. So basically, as people say about Brazil, is that they are like 50 years behind. Okay, now we're in 2000, and I went to all her articles, and none of them never got this type of traction. None of them. She only got 1,000. Under this, she had 6,000 and 6,440 406 likes on this thing right here. She has 653 comments. Now, this is the first time that she ever talked about sex tourism. First ever time. Now, let's see. Are you Brazilian? I love Brazilian women. Blah, 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 blah. Since the bodies is blah, blah, blah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Mind you, we're going to go down her likes before this Austin Hollemen stuff. She never got any traction. Trust me when I say this. Look, she only does this. She only shows this. Fuck, man. Okay. It's about to go fucking clunk. Remember, this is she don't have no traction. So we got to understand this, and we got to show this. She only got traction after she talked about Austin Hollemen. Now, as you see, 600 and something likes. Now, remember, we gotta see this, right? You gotta see this. 300 and something likes. Right here, before the Austin Hollemen stuff. We gotta see it. Shit, it must be overload, man. See, that's why I hate this bullshit, man. Ugh. Gotta do it. Oh, Jesus, man. Okay, now stop. For some reason, they don't know what the... 100 and something. So, she didn't get 1,000. Now, The comments. Now, watch the study comments. 664 comments and 6,406 likes. This is after the Austin Holleman stuff. She ain't get none. She didn't get anything. She didn't get anything. She don't get anything. But now she gets someone that's related to talking down to what's it called? Nothing. Nothing. Right? She came off of Austin Holleman. This is the interview I just read. Her style is from like a decade ago. Of Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston is dead. We don't care about her no more. She was a great singer. She has amazing talent. But if you've taken her style from what, the 90s? She don't know what the hell's going on over here. She was bought and paid for. Somebody paid her. She was not focused on sex tourism. She wasn't focused on sex tourism. And we're going to see if her compatriots were focused on sex tourism. Now, they're not talking about sex tourism. Mind you, they're friends with this chick. This is an LGBT dude. So, she was bought and paid off. This is another guy. I don't know if it's somebody else. Another activist. Art or something. He's not talking about it. She's a woman. If she's talking about sexual tourism. Nope. Is she talking about sexual tourism? Archetype. Carnival. Nope. That's her friend, or I think she hanging out with somebody. She's not talking about sexual tourism. Unless him. He's not talking about sexual tourism. So, none of these people, all her people that she have, are not talking about sexual tourism. Now, let's see her husband, the simp guy. There's no sexual tourism in his logs. Now, mind you, you barely see him in her stuff. But, let's see how many pictures he have with her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. 41 pictures. And this is all from 3 years ago. All there. Now, you go to her page. Let's see how many pictures she had with him. Recently. 1. My bad. All I see is one. She's not proud of her husband. It's all about her. Good boy. She don't have one picture with this guy. But she have with this guy right here. It's all about her. While with him, it's all about her. Now you see what kind of relationship this is. I would show some SYSBM brothers and some passport brothers who are married, but I don't want to do that. That's not my thing. But I can show you that every single picture is with a brother that's in SYSBM. They're in pictures with their wife. Every picture they have is with their wife. Or a girlfriend that they're dating right now. It's funny to me that somebody who's proudly so-called married only have next to no pictures of her husband on these things. And the people around her are not talking about the same things. It's only her. It's only her. So, in conclusion, Stephanie Ribeiro was paid off to go after Alston Holleman. I don't need to do anything like that. I don't need to say, oh, no. Go on her Twitter. See the kind of stuff, the comeback she got. See the shit that she say. And she parroting and she's talking just like American women. Without knowing the background and our history. And I just went up and down from 2018, November, until 2023. She has no articles about sexual tourism in her country. Yeah. She's bought and paid for.